I'm Iswan Ismail. Shh, let's talk about acting.
Okay, I'm Iswan Ismail. I'm a freelance actor and my full-time job is a healthcare consultant for the biomedical and life science industry. Okay, my journey into acting started around 2015. I'm not a very comfortable person in front of people and camera. The interest is always there. I always had an interest in acting, but I never knew I could do it. The first time when I was actually introduced to the industry was when I accidentally got into Clio Most Eligible Bachelor. I got into the top 5 and I got Most Photogenic Bachelor. So that was when I was sort of discovered into the industry. And that was also when Mediacorp Suria called me down and they asked me to come down for auditions. And they were holding like a 2-day acting workshop. During that audition, I got into the 2-day acting workshop and I was introduced to the world of acting. The first drama that I ever got in was EAT Suria, so Eat Suria, and it was a very bad first showcase. When everyone was watching me on TV, they could see how nervous I was, how unprofessional or untrained I was. It was something that made me pull back a little bit after watching that first drama, made me feel that I should stop acting. For a while after that, I stopped. I didn't think I would pursue it. I went back to full-time job, which was with the Ministry of Health at that time, until I was discovered to be a model in Malaysia. Again, I got Most Photogenic Model. So I think maybe I'm a bit photogenic. Yeah, a little. I started getting calls in Malaysia to come down for auditions, for castings. So it was a good learning opportunity, I would say, because starting from an extra there, you get a sense of the environment. My big break was for Hero Seorang Cinderella in Malaysia. That casting, I got called by Michael Ang, but the queue was really very long. It was like 200 people. I was like number 257. So I was queuing, I think from 2 p.m. I was queuing. I think about 5 p.m. the queue was really very long, like 100 plus left. So Michael Ang started moving down the line and he was picking out people. Like, okay, you go to the front, you go to the front. And he called me, okay, you go to the front also. So I went to the front of the line and I got through to the casting team. Then after a few days, then I got the call that I got the role and they wanted me to come down the next day. I had like 24 hours to decide whether to take it or not, to arrange my schedule and everything. At that time, I was doing my master's, master's in business administration, MBA. I told my lecturer that I'm going for a shoot, so I'm delaying a few of my modules. I decided that I need to take this chance. This opportunity doesn't come often, so I need to grab this opportunity when it comes. Right? You don't know when you're gonna get such an opportunity again. The shoot wasn't very good. I didn't have any trainings, So you know how when you learn to swim, you have to go for classes, but sometimes you need to get pushed into the water, then you learn how to swim. So I felt that was what happened to me. Like I was pushed into that supporting role, which was quite a big drama. I was pushed into the waters and I had to learn how to swim on the spot. So you can see that drama, I didn't do very well also. I received a lot of criticism once the drama was out. But like they say, any type of publicity, good publicity. Right? I felt that was the breaking point for me to actually do better and pursue acting and realize that actually I can do it. I've never thought that I could do it until that point. I really felt like that was something that I could do and I could pursue. Right? So for those out there, if you are passionate, if you have an interest, wouldn't just be acting, like any form of interest. Find a way to improve and to learn. I think go for classes. That's a good way to start. Learn to expose yourself in front of the camera. Like maybe you can start by doing Instagram videos. Feel comfortable in front of the camera. Sometimes you will never get comfortable, like now I'm still not comfortable, but it's okay because when you are in front of the camera, you have to block out everything in front of you. So it's about being able to immerse yourself, being able to focus, being able to put yourself in that situation and just shut out everything else around you. Acting is not an easy industry to get in. I realized that it's not easy for me, and it's not easy for any actors. It looks easy, right? A lot of sacrifices have to be made. For example, family events, especially like birthdays. I didn't make it to my grandfather's funeral because I was shooting in Malaysia. I didn't have much time to hang out with friends. I would say challenged by the biggest sacrifice that I had to make. And I think all the actors had to go through that at some point. Another thing about starting out in acting, the money is not very good when you first start out. Sometimes you see that actually you don't make any money also. Calculate the cost of travel to Malaysia, the cost of travel to set or shooting. Sometimes you find that you even lose money. Having a full-time job helped in terms of stability. I still have a source of income, so I couldn't let go of it. I realized that I have to have a stable income to be able to pursue my passion. Some of the sacrifices I had to make, which was when I have to work from Mondays to Fridays, and then Friday night I would take a bus to KL. I reach KL at 2 a.m. Then 7 a.m. is my shoot, and then I finish shoot on Sunday, like say midnight on it, something. I would take a bus back to Singapore. I reach Singapore 2 a.m. and then I have to work at 7 a.m. the next day. So this goes on like for every week, you know. Sometimes I got quite tired, and they could see on set also, like I look very tired. It helped to have like a support system, and for me, I think that support system came from the small group of supporters that I had. I had this small group of fans, which they were like my fan club in Malaysia, right? They were very, very supportive. Every time I felt like quitting the industry, like they were there to support me, and I felt like if I stop now, like there's so much more that I owe to them, and they were there from the start, and to quit now, like all their efforts would go to waste. I always thought about it like I should continue just for them, and they will always be asking like, when's your next drama? They're looking out for it, like they can't wait to see me on TV. It pushed me to try further, to go for more casting. At least they are proud to say that, oh, I'm supporting Iswan Ismail and he's a good actor. That really gave me a motivation to do better in acting. Yeah. When I was in Malaysia, I used to volunteer for food banks, distribution in KL, and also a few distribution in orphanage in Malaysia. So when I came back to Singapore, I was looking for such opportunities and was looking through Instagram, Google, and that's when I found Global ASAN Relief. And I reached out to the Instagram, and they invited me to join for one of the distribution. That was during the Ramadan period. So I came back to Singapore to celebrate, Ramadan, Hari Raya with the family members in Singapore. It's quite heartening to know that there's a similar organization in Singapore that is actively distributing food and also giving support to families and the needy families, right? And usually we think that in Singapore there's nobody who are needy, like we don't see them very often, but actually there are a lot of people who need our help. That's what opened my eyes when I joined Global ASAN Relief, that there are people in need in Singapore and there are things that we can do to help make their lives a lot better. For those out there who are interested to pursue acting, who have never joined acting, you can come visit my Instagram page. You can just DM me, Iswan Ismail 88. Can I ask any questions, like how you want to get into acting? If you have questions on how to start, anytime, any sort of questions, you can just DM me on my Instagram page. If you want to watch more contents like this, you can visit grtv.sg Instagram page and follow and like. Okay, don't forget to like, swipe up. GRTV is a media platform for Global ASAN Relief, an organization that helps those in need. If you want to find out more on how you can play your part and how you can help those in need, visit the link below, globalasanrelief.sg. Okay.